He got paid cash for a murder. No need to brag cause he thorough. I'm at your ass like Errol. You know I'm coming with it. I'm not. He got paid cash for a murder. No need to brag cause he thorough. I'm at your ass like Errol. You know I'm coming with vengeance. This story come to an ending. I made him run cause he timid. He just a bummy pretending. On they speak, till me speak. I'm not afraid to lose. Cause I done took so many losses. Till the devil get about me. I'm not afraid of you. First off is Charles J. That's just in case you ain't heard of me. They told me it was too late. But I promise that I'll be the first to speak. Most of these rappers, they fake. But you can't have your way, this ain't Burke Kid. Everybody said it won't be till they see smoke, then they realize they'd rather have turkey meat. No need to brag cause he thorough. I'm just, what I say? No need to brag cause he thorough. I'm at your ass like Errol. You know I'm coming with vengeance. This story come to an ending. I made him run cause he timid. He just a bummy pretending. Listen, man. Errol Spence versus Crawford gonna be off the chain. Regardless of who win or lose, they still gonna be in the Hall of Fame. So I ain't even in my feelings. Regardless of the rain, I'm chilling. Numb to the pain, no feeling. Can't do the same dope dealing. Listen, man. I'm talking about Errol Spence Jr. has changed for the better. Done changed for the goddamn better, man. You know, it feel good sometimes to do videos where I don't have to talk as much shit to get my point across. I don't think I'm gonna have to talk that much shit. I think it's pretty plain to see. I think it's very simple. It's 1 + 1. So before I could ever get to Spence, I gotta touch Bud, and I want to address Bud fans once again. I said y'all changed. You know, when I look at Terrence Crawford, him and Errol Spence ain't that different. You know, it's not a big difference between Errol Spence and Terrence Crawford. They both family men. They both raised their kids. They both great fathers. They homebodies. Yeah, they all about their family, and they both work very hard. So I mean, it's not a huge difference. At this point, I look at both of you motherfuckers and I say, how the fuck can Bud fans not like Spence? How can you not like him? What's the reason? When Tank fought Ryan, it's way more reasons to not like Ryan than there is to not like Bud. Ryan wasn't even a world champion, and you motherfuckers said there was a 50-50 fight. You motherfuckers made scientific mathematic equations on how tough of a fight this is and how hard it is to say the outcome. So anyway, let me get off there. The point I'm making is, I think Bud is a very good fighter. I think he's a good person, and I never go against either one of them. Just can't do it, bro. Also, when Bud fought Abdenesia, I don't think that was a duck. I think it was a smart move. And he made 10 mil. So, I don't think it was no duck at all. I think he was just trying to stay busy. Yeah, kind of like Tank did when he was in negotiation with Ryan and he said, I'm going to go on and fight Hector Garcia real quick and we can mix it up later. Yeah, that's kind of smart, staying active and shit like that. So, I never thought that was a duck. So, I done said that and yeah, many people done got mad at me because I went on a campaign. For all you motherfuckers just tuning in with 903 Boxing, I went on a whole campaign for a whole month saying Bud did not duck. Bud did not duck Spence. I went on a whole campaign. So, when it comes to Errol Spence, I just don't see, I don't see why there's any need for hate. I don't see why there's any need to not like both of these dudes. I just don't see it. But listen, to each his own. I'm not here to try to convince you motherfuckers to like Bud or Spence. I just think they both great men. But when it comes to Spence, the man has said it over and over and over. He just made it clear once again. I only want Bud. There's no other fight he want. I only want Bud. So, and I've said this before, Spence went against his whole promotion. They wanted Keith Double E with the F, and everybody know that's the fight they wanted. Even though Keith been inactive as shit, they rather have Keith Thurman versus Errol Spence, because I told you this ain't no difference than some Crips and Bloods. Yeah, that in-house money, Yeah, that's all that's some gang banging shit. These promoters on some gang banging shit. Nah, I'm gonna make money with the homies on the inside, and they can, fuck them, they across the street, and fuck them, they outsiders. You motherfuckers are real petty. These promoters act real, they act real RuPaulish, you know? So, yeah, Spence went against all that shit. He said, fuck Keith, fuck that fight, and he went against what his promotion wanted. And he said he's hell-bent on making the Bud fight. Spence is hell-bent, there's nothing else he wants. And if this fight don't happen, I'm completely convinced it's PBC and Showtime. Whichever one you want to use. Really, Espinoza, he really ain't got shit to do with shit. He just there. He just a nose. He just that motherfucker that come in and always want to hit on a motherfucker blunt and ain't never got a blunt to present to a motherfucker. That's Espinoza. But when it come to Al Heyman, I know they not excited about making this fight. I know that for a fact because I see your energy. So if this fight don't happen, I will always say it was PBC. We keep talking about money, and ever since old Tim Brown, whatever his fucking name is, he came out and said the fight ain't big. Fans and content creators, we always said, now we saying we don't know what the numbers gonna do, and we just don't know. We don't know how big the fight. Like I said, at this point, if a motherfucker come out and say the fight did 100,000 pay-per-view, you motherfuckers will believe that shit. So at this point, I don't, it ain't but a couple Bud fans and a couple Spence fan channels that's really holding it down. It ain't but a couple of you motherfuckers. So shit is quiet down. Ain't, like I said, when it ain't no more monkey behavior and ain't no more bananas to throw, when you can't shit on Bud and you can't shit on Spence no more, you rather just not even promote the fight. The only way you know how to promote the fight is to say somebody ducking. Like I said, the Bud fan, now that you see Spence is coming out and he's saying that's the only fight he want, I don't want to hear no duck talk. Don't want to hear it. Also, when it comes to Spence fan, I don't want to hear no duck talk. If Bud is on the phone with Spence, if they're on the phone with each other, there is no ducking going on. So for all monkeys, baboons, orangutans, and all you motherfucking gorillas, I just need you to understand, it ain't no ducking going on, bro. So I just wish you motherfuckers quit talking about, y'all don't want to talk about no other ducking but Bud and Spence. So, like I said, they're on the phone together, and I think that's a great thing. And I'm hoping they can work this shit out. But like I said, I just know the promoters are not excited to make it. It ain't an in-house fight. They consider Bud a op or some shit. I told you, these motherfuckers gang banging. This ain't nothing but some old fake-ass mafia shit. All these motherfuckers some fake-ass mobsters. That's all. This is some old mafia shit. That these motherfuckers pretending some shit they seen on a movie. These motherfuckers trying to play like they the Sopranos or some shit. And fans just believe whatever they say. But listen, I want to get personal on Spence and why he has changed for the better. For when he moved to the country, he got him some land. He got cows and chickens and horses and shit. He riding horses. He living his best life. And, for all those that don't know nothing about the country, I think that's the best way to raise children in the country. I think that's one of the most beautiful, most peaceful ways of life. It's to live in the country, man, and you got your own land. Motherfucker can't run you out. Motherfucker can't evict you and run over you out. You ain't got to go downstairs. Motherfucker upstairs, downstairs, making a lot of noise. You come outside, people around you and shit like that. Sometimes it's good to get in the country, man. Yeah, and when you can shoot your pistols and your guns, you can go fishing, certain shit like that. That's really where I'm at in my life. I don't club. I really don't give a fuck about it. I'm a homebody. And so I see myself in both of these fights. I'm very much a homebody and I love my family. I don't give a fuck about going out. That ain't my thing. So it's the little things that give me peace in life and stuff like that. The way Spence living, bro, that man, it don't get more peaceful than that, bro. And I'm just proud of you, bro. I'm proud of you that you ain't got to prove that you got to be at the club every goddamn weekend, and you ain't got to prove that you got to be around these rappers and that rappers to show that you relevant and you a star. Nah, bro, you a star. Whether you in the country riding on your horse or whatever, Spencer's a star. Whenever he fight, it's pay-per-view. It's guaranteed. Everybody want to see him fight, bro. So I just want to acknowledge that we act like we don't give a fuck about it. When Spence fight, everybody watch. He must see TV just like Bud. That shit is must see TV. So I'm just happy for you, bro, that you changed. And I'm also, what makes me more proud of you than anything is that you admitted your flaws, you admitted your shortcomings, you admitted your mistakes in life, and you showed how you overcame it. And not only that, man, you know, you got Frederick Douglass on your leg, you got Malcolm X on your leg. You don't see too many athletes that do shit like that. I've always said that Spence is very proud of who he is as a person. And like I said, besides Wilder, there is no fighter that's more on code than Spence. He stay on code. He got love for his people. He give back to his community. He's somebody that a lot of kids in the city of Dallas can look up to. And I'm just glad, bro, that you ain't in no shit. You ain't in trouble. You got your family. You got your wife. And you happy with just living a regular life, bro. And you train hard as shit. You got the best trainer in the game. Errol Spence Jr. has definitely changed for the better. And at this point, whether you a Spence hater, whether you think this dude ain't shit, you want to still call him a drunk or out and still live on his path, I wish you motherfuckers still call Fatback Fury a powder head. I wish you motherfuckers do some shit like that. And let's hold everybody to their past. Since you motherfuckers just can't forget. And let's keep calling Oscar snouted, because Oscar still ain't left that powder. That motherfucker eyes still be bucked as shit. And I think Fatback Fury is still on that goddamn powder. But that's a whole nother story. But Spence, you have changed. Shout out to you. I'm a fan of Spence and Bud. And I can't wait till these dudes fight. I'm a fan of both of them, bro. I really like both of them. And not only do I like them, Errol Spence and Terrence Crawford are two of my favorite fighters of all time. Not my most favorite, but they on my favorite fighter list of all time. This is 903 Boxing. I am your host, Charles J. With that, I'm out.